So for tea tonight, we're having beef in red wine gravy, roasted garlic and chive mash, little bit of broccoli and a pastry topper. Now I do this in my pressure cooker Ninja, but you can do it on the stove and then pop it into your slow cooker and leave it on all day if you want to. We've been out all day again with the kids, so it's quite late. I'm going to pop it into my pressure cooker so it's done within like 20 minutes. So here we have got, this was a beef roasting joint that I had frozen. I always buy them when they're on offer. If they're big ones, I'll halve them, wrap them up and freeze them. So I took this out yesterday and just cut it into little chunks. These carrots are to go in there as well, and the onions. So I've got my mashers on now. I'm doing Peter has roasties. He doesn't like mash. Who doesn't like mash? It drives me insane. Let me know in the comments if there's anybody else who doesn't like mash, because I just don't get it. When I do my mash, usually I'll, like what I've done with the soup, with my toasties yesterday, I take the head off the garlic, drizzle it in oil, wrap it up and pop it in the oven. But I still have a little bit of garlic and parsley butter left from the toasties yesterday, so I'm just going to use that instead. That's just saving me more time as well. I just love it when you just have little leftovers like that. Right, I'm going to do my onions first and then take them out, because when you fry your beef off, you coat it in flour, and if the onions are in there as well, everything just gets congealed together. Use any type of beef. You can use braised steak, shin beef, just like stewing steak, anything. I'm using that just because I have it in. You wanted to as well, you can, once you've done your mixture, you can put it into little dishes and then put your pastry on the top and put them in the oven. But I do it in this, and then I have it like in a little bowl, and then put my pastry topper on top. So it's like an open pie. This is just one of the best things I've ever bought, honestly. I use it every single day, and it's just quick and easy. You know, like if you've been busy all day or you've been in work all day and you want like a tasty tea that usually you need to have slow cooked all day, you can just get it done in like 20 minutes. It's just brilliant. So you can just switch it to pressure cook and then just softens all the meat. Obviously it has other things on it as well, like, but I love it. They're getting like a little brown on them now. I'm going to pop the carrots in, just give them a little fry off with it as well, and then I'll just take them all out together. These have been gently frying off together, getting a little bit of colour now. So I'm going to pop them into a bowl and then fry my beef off. And they're just like that. The beef. So this is brown. I'm going to add 2 oxos. So I've lowered this down. I'm just going to go in with a sprinkle of flour. Give it a good stir. Go in with a good glug of red wine. You can use any one you want. Here I've got some fresh chopped rosemary. That's thickening right now. So in here I have got 2 Knorr lamb bouillon stock cubes. You can use beef if you want. I've got them in and they're dead tasty, so that's why I'm doing it. And this is potato water from the mash. You can use boiling water obviously. I'm going to add some more water because in this pressure cooker it needs to have a little bit more liquid just to be able to get it going. This has come to the boil now, so I'm going to add the onions and the carrots back in.
Smells nice though.
Does smell nice. Right, I'm going to pop that on now to pressure cook 15 minutes. Right, while that's on pressure cooking, we're going to make the mash. So I've let them drain. So I use this to make my mash. It's a potato ricer, and it just gives you the most fluffiest mash because there's no lumps at all when you're doing it. And you just push it out and just comes out like that. This is about 20 years old. My mum bought me it years ago. So halfway through, I always add my butter, because then you put on the other potato on top and it's getting like melted in the middle. So this is just a bit of the garlic butter that I made yesterday for the toasties, like the roasted garlic butter. I'm just going to use that rather than putting another bulb in the oven. Just in case you didn't see my video yesterday. Take the top off the garlic, drizzle with oil, wrap it in like a foil parcel and roast it in the oven for about 20 minutes, or the air fryer if you want to. It's absolutely fine. Then you just squeeze them out the skins. So I'm just using that. Obviously I'm going to use other butter as well, but it just saves me having to do another one. The knob of butter, and then just let that melt while you just put some more potato on top. You don't get no lumps at all in with this thing, and you know, like nearly breaking your arm trying to mash spuds. I think it's like a workout when you be using normal masher trying to make mash. So just like a little bit of cream, a dash of milk as well, just to get it going. I'm going to add some white pepper, just because it's lighter in colour and you won't see big black flakes of cracked black pepper or anything through it. A little bit of salt. I was adamant that I had chives in. Peter's just gone to the shop and went to Lidl and the Tesco and not one chive. So we're going to put a bit of parsley in it. Obviously doesn't taste anything like a chive, but I'm just going to put parsley in it. I absolutely love chive mash, and I can't believe not one shop's got it. So I just use ready rolled puff pastry. Obviously just cut it to size, whatever size you want. Man, P, Charlie's and the two little ones. So I always just make little patterns on the top of mine. Just lightly score over it with your knife. A little A and a little N on top of theirs. If you have any left over, you can freeze it. If you might use it again, obviously, if you're not cooking for how many we've got. I'll probably freeze that little bit. I'll roll it back up and pop it in the freezer. It comes in handy. Egg wash them. So don't throw this away after you've done them the first time round, because once they puff up a little bit like this, I always turn them over because they're pale underneath, and then I always just brush them again with a little bit. Pop them back in the oven. Feeding the kiddie wings first, and then we're going to have our tea once they're in bed. So I'm going to dish up theirs now. They've got a little bit of broccoli. So just the beef, the carrots, the onions, pastry topper on top. All these one. Beef in a red wine gravy with carrots and onions, a little bit of broccoli, got roasted garlic. It's supposed to be chive mash, but it's parsley mash with a little pastry topper. We're going to dish our tea up now. Peter's roasties, because he doesn't like mash, the absolute crank. That's what it's like before I put the pastry topper on. Just your little puff pastry toppers that you can just sit on top. Parsley for garnish. Beef in a red wine gravy with carrots and onions, roasted garlic and parsley mash, bit of broccoli and a little crispy pastry topper. Oh my god, that beef is just falling apart. Oh my god. Yum.